And first, may we welcome Chen So-yeon, the president of Orizon, to give a closing speech to wrap up this year's Student Council activities.
Before I started my journey of working in Student Council, I was unaware of the effort that comes along with the many perks of being Student Council. I often criticized and judged my fellow students for not fulfilling promises and failing to meet expectations. I soon realized that there was a lot happening behind the scenes, and there were many things I, as a student, was unaware of. While my fellow classmates worried about getting sevens and balancing their academic career with their personal lives, my commitments became not only to sevens on my report card, but to work as a team, to set and meet deadlines, and to meet the expectations of my fellow students as the president of the Student Council. This year was extremely stressful, and there were times when I wanted to give up. It was in December when I realized that giving up was not an option. By working on the Christmas party, I forged a bond with my team that reminded me of the very virtues which brought us together in the first place. By seeing them work, by seeing their commitment, their dedication, and their passion, it reminded me of something that we had in common: the ability to work in adverse conditions to reach the ultimate goal of making the school year unforgettable. And I hope this was something Orizon has done this year. Created memories that will last you for years to come. Thinking back now, I remember the tiring meetings that we had weeks before the Christmas party. There was yelling and there was crying, but eventually we came to a compromise in order to create the best experience that we could for you, the student body. And that is what I believe lies at the core of being Student Council. As the year progressed, we began to offer help to other student groups and teachers. We wanted to break the barrier that existed between the Student Council and the rest of the school. In March, we collaborated with the English department and the library to Bengyu Book Week. We had hoped that it had made us more approachable. Soon after, we organized the Class Representative Training Day. I witnessed my council members grow into maturity and to have been able to bring together students in different year grades. We designed games and activities for everyone that we had hoped would bring out leadership qualities. Although it only lasted a little more than half a school day, but I hope that the class representatives remember some of the ideas that were explored. And I sincerely hope to see some of you standing where I am today. As the year drew to an end, we concluded it with the Science Technology Fair and Spirit Week. The fair allowed a chance for students to display their scientific enthusiasm. And although it was not as successful as I anticipated, I hope this can serve as a foundation for something greater in the years to come. And that is to give recognition to areas where there's an incredible amount of potential. Spirit Week is something that has grown to be a tradition here at VSA. It was designed as a way for students to let us on steam, and for students to just let loose and have fun. I hope everyone has some laughs dressing up as a teacher, and I hope everyone has fun throwing water balloons around. And finally, here we are, the day when we must decide who we want to be the next Student Council. I'd like to thank everyone who participated, everyone who supported us, who looked forward to our events, and gave us the motivation to continue to strive. To those who did not appreciate what we have done, I'd like to ask you to show support for the two candidate parties here before me today. Being Student Council has been no easy job, but it has truly been an extraordinary experience. It requires a lot of commitment and effort. I hope that you'll find it in your heart to support your fellow students running for Student Council. I can tell you from personal experience that all a Student Council needs is support and participation from you, the students. It has been a difficult 2 years, but it has also been an honor and my absolute pleasure to have been able to serve this wonderful community. And I would like to thank everyone here today who has helped make these 2 years unforgettable. And I wish the best of luck to the next Student Council, and I look forward to continue to serve the school body with enthusiasm and dedication. Thank you.
So thank you, Chantal, for that amazing speech. And now may we welcome Articity and Oriflame, the Student Council candidates for the academic years of 2015 to 2016. We will first listen to the presidential speech from both candidates. They will be limited to 90 seconds. When the bell rings once, this indicates you have 1 minute left. When the bell rings twice, this indicates you have 30 seconds left. When the bell rings 3 times, it means that your time is over and you must sit down. We will then move on to the question and answer sections among the parties. Articity will ask Oriflame 1 question, and Oriflame will have 10 seconds to answer, and 10 seconds for discussion and 30 seconds to answer the question. Oriflame will then ask Articity a question. Articity will have 10 seconds to discuss and 30 seconds to answer. The second debate section will be a free debate. Both teams will have 4 minutes in total, and this will count to both asking questions and answering questions. In the end, both candidates will deliver a 1 minute closing speech. Ryan and Suki will keep time for Oriflame. Edward and Vanessa will keep time for Articity. Now I will pass on to the hosts of the debate, Harry and Joyce.
Hi, morning. May we invite the president of Articity to present their speech. Yes, you may begin.
Articity. This is the word that describes us. The passion, the enthusiasm within our hearts. Many of us, experienced in the field of leadership, have stepped up here today so that we may have the opportunity to serve the student body. Many a time, I have a vision. How to make something great, even greater. Past student councils have made excellent progress to our school, introducing many new activities to benefit the school community. Here we are, offering our service so that we may build on that, and to try our very best to provide many of these on a much larger, grander scale. Some may say that we are over-ambitious, but to this day, I beg to differ. We've developed a year plan ranging from printing services to sport equipment, to sensational events. But that's barely the tip of the iceberg and what we have to offer. After all, it is us who wish to change our school lives for good. And that is why I stand here today, humbly asking for a vote, so that we may have the chance to make your voices heard. Thank you.
Thank you. May we now invite the president of Oriflame to present their speech. Her speech, sorry.
Good morning, principals, teachers, and my fellow schoolmates. I am Megan, the president of Oriflame. On behalf of my team, I would like to first introduce the concept of team name. Oriflame was the battle flag of the King of France in the Middle Ages. The flag itself symbolizes devotion, confidence, and courage. Likewise, we are here to show our commitment to the school. The 8 of us strive to provide a better school life for each and every one of you by effectively utilizing our variety of skills in building a better community. We hope to take this precious opportunity to offer support to you and to the school. After all, our goal is to create a better learning environment. We understand that there have not been many opportunities for the students to showcase their talents in the past which is why we will do our best to enhance the school's talent shows, singing and cooking competitions as a way for students to show off their many skills, especially for those with hidden talents that might need a little push at the back. We are also aware of the importance of balancing the time between schoolwork and leisure. Therefore, we will also plan different events and activities to make your school life here memorable. I hope you will decide to vote for us, as we will do our very best to live up the expectation you all hold for us. Thank you.
May we now invite our dissertee to ask the question to Orizon.
Why do you believe that you can be the ideal candidate for the student council role, since many of you have limited experience in leadership roles at VSA?
Despite the fact that maybe we don't really have leaders or we don't have the skills as being leaders, but some of our team members are also prefects and have been previous student council candidates, and we believe that we have the passion and our strong will cover our talents, and we will together as a combination we can have the ability to be student council candidate.
Thank you. Sorry. May we now invite Orizon to ask a question to our dissertee.
As we all know, drink vending machines are often out of order even if we have 3 in our school. So how can you ensure that there will not be a shortage of food from the vending machine, which on average costs at $3,000 US, which is about 23,400 Hong Kong dollars. We have conducted research and we see that we are able to refill the supplies of the vending machine every week. We cannot ensure that there will be no shortage of food, but we can ensure that we will try and satisfy the student body's needs to our best.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to a free Q&A session. Each team will have 4 minutes talking time. You may start when you are ready. Yes.
We have learned from the current student council, Orizon, that distributing wristbands is strictly against the promotion regulations. 500 wristbands you have, most of them you distributed. We would like to ask Team Oriflame why they have decided to take actions that will breach the rules.
Firstly, during the Dollar Day concert, there is also wristbands distributed, and we believe that wristbands is a symbolism of us, and it is just for today. So, yeah.
Yes, please continue.
The nature of the Dollar Day events is completely different from the Student Council election. If you fail to recognize this, how could we possibly trust you to be able to succeed in your role as a Student Council?
We believe that the Dollar Day concert and Student Council election is both to show our support to the school, and how can you ensure that we will fail to distribute our wristbands?
What do you think the pigeonhole is useful when the teachers may always send out soft copies of worksheets to students who are absent? Or when their friends can always send out a message to notify them about what they missed in class?
Hi, so let me give a brief introduction of the pigeonhole first. The pigeonhole is an English word for a message box, okay? And the purpose is to allow teachers to put notices, homeworks for students who are absent, because none of us want to miss out on schoolwork or notices. And I mean, that's something we wish to provide for the students as part of the connection between the student body and the school itself.
We have a question to ask for both student council candidates. We are both once class reps, and we noticed that there are actually a lot of improvement for previous student councils. So for both candidates, do you have any improvements you want to direct to the student councils beforehand, like what they can improve on, and what you can do to achieve these improvements?
We have mentioned in our year plan that we will introduce many new events and activities. This ranged from food vending machines to wireless printing, Christmas parties, summer fiestas, etc. And these are all improvements that we hope to bring to the student body in the coming year.
Do you wish to answer?
We understand not only our vision is needed, but your vision and your opinions are very important as well. So we're going to create a board on the 8th floor that is going to combine our ideas and your ideas to provide a better school.
This question is directed to the Vice President of Oral Flame. In your promotion video, you often seem to not be serious, giggling in the video, lack of effort, etc. Would this not affect your inability to lead the student council forward?
We did not want to make a really serious atmosphere, and we want to show that we are connected with the students. So we are trying to promote a fun and exciting atmosphere in the promotion video, and I don't see it as a lack of effort. And additionally, not only me as the vice president is going to lead the student council team, but I'm going to work with the president, and together we will lead the student council team.
How can you consider your video as a promotional video when not all members are present? After all, the very least a promotional video should do is feature every single member. If you cannot even do that before you are elected, how can you promise the student body that you will work as a team towards solving any issues, as it is impossible for half a team to accomplish what a whole team can accomplish?
Promotion video is to emphasize and promote the events but not our members. So we believe that in our promotion video we are going to promote our events instead of all members. And as long as we have the president and vice president as a symbolism of our team, it is clear enough to show the team spirit and the events. So I want to ask you a question. How do you see that you have your members are also creating a fun atmosphere at the beginning of the promotion video. So in your promotion video, you guys are seen with a fun atmosphere in the beginning as well.
Well, first we would like to clarify that fun is not the equivalent of being not serious. In the contrary, your video was scrappy and of bad quality. You state that this is for creating a fun atmosphere, but this sounds like a poor excuse for not paying enough effort. Would Team Oriflame continue to make similar excuses if they were elected next year?
We would like to remind both parties that you have to mind your wording with no verbal abuse, assault. And we want to ask a question to both parties. As we said before, we were both class rep before, and we noticed that there are a lot of class rep that are not attending the meetings that are necessary to promote and to use all your activities and promote your activities. So how can you ensure that the class rep will enter the meeting accordingly, and you can promote the activities to other students as well?
Can we have Oriflame answer first?
For your question, I would like to tell the class reps to go to the meeting. by asking them in homeroom, and for going to all the meetings. We'll ensure that all class reps will go to the meeting by asking them nicely, and hope they will go to the meeting if they are willing to.
This is a situation faced by House meetings as well. Not all members of the House participate in the meetings. We cannot ensure that they all go to the meetings, as the class representative is their own responsibility. The students volunteer to be the class representative. Therefore, they must be sure that they attend meetings as well. If not, it is their responsibility.
You all mentioned various leadership positions you have held, but how much value do you place on personal integrity and character?
Well, our leadership roles comes from our brilliance. Therefore, we are recognized as leaders. And naturally, that comes with personal integrity that you have mentioned.
Hi. Most of your year plan ideas are most of your year plan ideas are repeats of old ideas. Why won't you bring fresh, new, invigorating ideas to excite the student body?
Although we repeat the same events that the previous student council group has done, but it doesn't mean that what we do is exactly the same. Our group will keep on improving all of these activities. Moreover, although your group has many different new ideas, but I don't see that these ideas could be reachable. For example, the vending machine that I once mentioned. The cost would be too high, and you cannot ensure that there is a sustainable supply of food.
We believe our goals are all realistic and achievable. One that who sees our goals as overly ambitious might simply be expecting too little out of us.
Do we have last question? Okay, then we will ask one. How do you propose to improve the credibility of student council for both parties? Yeah, the credibility.
How about we change to another question? You all mentioned that you will all improve, and you're all saying that you're going to letter once you have the letter. But how?
Many of us have experience in leadership roles, prefects, house captains, class reps, etc. So we believe that we can use experience we have built, the credibility we have built in these roles, and bring them into the student council, where we would undoubtedly serve equally well.
Thank you, all of you.
As you mentioned, so how are we going to improve? You said that we're repeating what the student council attendees did the previous years. So we're going to improve the events and activities they do, but not only that, we're going to promote new events and new activities for students.
Thank you, Orizon and ICC. Now may we invite our district president to have the wrap-up speech. You will have 65 seconds. President.
Passion, enthusiasm, and dedication are virtues that cannot be taken from one. These are traits we possess, and as a team, there's little we can accomplish. How brilliant will it be if every single student here today were able to experience the grand activities and welfare we provide and have an even better, even more spectacular school life than the already brilliant one. Upon that thought, we're humbly asking for your vote, knowing full well that you can change the future of your life here at VSA. Because when we stand here before you, we stand offering these virtues of ours. We stand so that we may be the bridge that links the student body with the magnificent events we will promote. We stand so that we can be here to make your voices heard.
Now we invite our team to represent the wrap-up speech.
The 8 of us might not be the most talented or skilled people in the school, but every one of us have the sustainable passion and the strongest will to serve the school and the student council team. We promise to try our best and utilize the most of our varied expertise in order to achieve our aim, which is to bestow a compulsive school year for our fellow schoolmates, which are every single one of you. Therefore, your votes are extremely valuable as to result in the stimulating school environment we are capable to provide. So may we sincerely solicit your votes. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce and Harry, for hosting this debate. And that was a wonderful debate. After this assembly, you will all receive an email from your school email accounts for the online voting. You will have 48 hours to consider and choose the team that best represents the student body for the following academic year. You may not edit or resubmit your response when you have submitted, so please choose wisely. Both candidates' party must stop all promotional activities after the assembly. So now we'll show you the screen for the voting. So this is the page for the online voting. And now I'll hand the mic to Mr. Otto and Mr. Sanson for announcements.